The White House speaks, Andrew Jackson moves in. Oh, no, I knew this day was coming. From the moment John Quincy Adams stomped out of my doors in a fit of silent rage, I knew who was coming next. Andrew Jackson. I brace myself, and then he arrives, not quietly, not dignified, with a mob. Yes, Jackson's supporters, thousands of them, storm into my halls on Inauguration Day, 1829. They trample my carpets, they spill drinks on my furniture, they stand on my chairs in their muddy boots. It's a riot disguised as a party. Jackson is nearly crushed in the chaos and has to be pulled out a window while his supporters guzzle free whiskey punch inside my walls. I have survived fires. I have survived war. I do not know if I will survive Andrew Jackson. Once the dust and spilled alcohol settles, I get a good look at my new resident. Jackson is different from every president before him. He is not a polished, European-educated intellectual. He is a fighter, a man who carries 2 bullets in his body from duels, a man who has personally killed people and still sleeps just fine at night. His enemies call him a tyrant. His supporters call him a hero. I call him a hurricane in human form. And of course he fires half the government as soon as he moves in. Yes, Jackson believes in what he calls the spoil system, which basically means if you help me win, you get a job. If you didn't, pack your bags. He cleans house, replacing experienced officials with loyal supporters, many of whom have no idea how to run a government. But Jackson does not care. What he does care about, however, is fighting. And my halls witness it all. Fights with Congress, fights with his own cabinet, fights with the entire banking system of the United States. At one point, he gets so fed up with his feuding advisors that he ignores them completely and starts taking advice from his friends. Historians call it the kitchen cabinet. I call it what even is government anymore. Oh, and then there's the petticoat affair. Jackson's Secretary of War, John Eaton, marries a woman named Peggy. Washington's high society hates her. The wives of Jackson's cabinet members refuse to socialize with her. And Jackson? He goes to war over it. He holds endless meetings about who insulted Peggy Eaton, treating this social snub like a national crisis. Why? Because it reminds him of how people insulted his own late wife, Rachel. And if Jackson is anything, he is vindictive. Eventually, he fires half his cabinet over it. Over gossip. But none of that compares to his biggest battle, his war with the Bank of the United States. Jackson hates the national bank. He thinks it's corrupt, favors the rich, and has way too much power. So what does he do? He destroys it. Congress tries to renew the bank's charter. Jackson vetoes it. The bank fights back. Jackson pulls all federal money out and moves it to state banks. The economy descends into chaos. But Jackson wins. By the time his presidency is ending in 1837, he is exhausted, worn down by battles, physically frail, but still defiant. On his last day, he walks through my halls, leans on his cane, and mutters, "I only regret I was unable to shoot Henry Clay, sir." And with that, he leaves, heading back to Tennessee. I take a deep breath. I have survived Andrew Jackson. The next president? Good luck following that.